Hi, my name is Flo and welcome to Flo's Tech Reviews. Some months ago I have done a video about the sad news that Mitsubishi plans to leave Europe and will not produce the Pajero anymore. This week, Mitsubishi headquarters in Japan released a statement that they decided to stay in Europe, but not as you might expect. Mitsubishi still remains with the plan to phase out existing models when their life cycle ended and will not develop new cars for the European market. Mitsubishi reaffirmed this decision again in their new press release. The new plan is now to replace outgoing models with two Renault models, rebadged as Mitsubishis. Mitsubishi aims to start selling these two new Renault Mitsubishis beginning 2023. You need to know that Renault, Nissan and Mitsubishi have a strategic alliance, which is the reason why they did choose Renault models. Also, Mitsubishi said they plan to only stay in selected European markets and they will decide if both Renault models or only one of them will be released in these selected European markets. They also plan to decide this by 2023. One market that will definitely not get new Mitsubishis is the UK. The reason is that the two planned Renault models will only be produced in left-hand drive configuration. The exact reason why there can be a right-hand drive configuration was not disclosed. The British dealer network already concentrates on transitioning to after-sales services for the 400,000 Mitsubishi vehicles on the road in the UK today. The reason is that, surprisingly, it is planned to sell the last Mitsubishi in the UK already in autumn 2021. More details about Mitsubishi's future in the UK would be released in due course, said the automaker in a statement. This is sad news for fans and employees of Mitsubishi in the UK. In the end, you can say there will be no real Mitsubishis anymore in Europe, which have been developed and built in Japan. Regulatory requirements seem to be too expensive to meet for future Mitsubishis, and using cars built by Renault for the European market is the cheapest solution for this problem. The two rebadged Renault models will be built in Europe, but not France, as some sources say, and are said to be top sellers in Renault's lineup, which could mean it could be the Clio and Captur. It is still unclear how much optical changes to the original Renault models will be made. The only statement is the two cars should be identifiable as Mitsubishis. I personally do not expect they go the way of, let's say, for example, Volkswagen and Skoda, which means same platform but very different optics inside and out. And if they go this way, I don't understand why they decided to save money by not developing the Japanese cars to comply with European regulations in the first place. I don't think modifying a Renault platform or shipping over an existing Japanese car makes that much of a difference financially. And, to be honest, I don't think the Clio or Captur or any other Renault will really save Mitsubishi in Europe. I don't want to sound nasty, but what Mitsubishi normally offers, for example reliability or all-wheel drive, are not the strong points of Renault. I can fully understand a former Mitsubishi customer will not consider the Renault Mitsubishi offerings and will instead switching to, for example, Toyota or Subaru. Renault has its strengths in, for example, design, value for money or very good hot hatches. But I just can't see easy interchangeability of these two customer types and their expectations. I think the idea is that with this plan, most Mitsubishi dealerships can buy some time to transition to other car manufacturer or business ideas. At least here in Germany, there was big headwind from the official Mitsubishi importer on the decision to leave Europe. The importer also needs time to transition to a new business case, perhaps for example importing cars from a Chinese manufacturer. So the new plan with the two Renault models could be the result of internal discussion and negotiations to buy time, but not to restart the real Mitsubishi business in Europe. So If you are in the market for a Mitsubishi or drive a Mitsubishi, you perhaps now also have won some extra years of after-sales services by Mitsubishi dealerships. But remember, some, as of today unknown, European countries will not get the new Renault Mitsubishis by 2023 and will also transition to after-sales services only, like the UK already will this year. And also remember that these two Renault Mitsubishis can probably also be serviced by Renault dealerships. So Mitsubishi dealerships could disappear faster than you might think. Keep that in mind. So that's it from me, and let me know what you think about these upcoming Renault Mitsubishis in the comments below. And please like, share, subscribe and also hit the notification bell as more videos are coming soon.